Welcome.
Attention, please.
Welcome aboard.
Welcome to the No Comfort Zone podcast. It's time to get out of your comfort zone and live on purpose. Broadcasting to the world from Rockford, Illinois. This is your wake-up call.
Warning.
You are the solutions to all your problems. Stop thinking average. Become the hero version of yourself. Every day, every time, without fail, no exceptions. It all matters. You've entered the No Comfort Zone.
Let me tell you something you already know. The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward, how much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. Now, if you know what you're worth, now go out and get what you're worth. But you gotta be willing to take the hits and not pointing fingers saying you ain't where you wanna be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that, and that ain't you. You're better than that.
You've entered the No Comfort Zone. The No Comfort Zone. It's time for a reality check.
Hey, it's Dan Brzezowski, and welcome back. This is the No Comfort Zone podcast, and my name's Dan. So wanted to just get right into it. So here's the question. Here's the big question. Here's what I want to ask you. Here's what I would love to know from your point of view, and hit me up. Please contact me. Let me know is, when you look at a percentage of the people that you know, let's say you know 200 people, what percentage of people do you think are on some sort of psychotropic medication? Xanax, antidepressants, mood stabilizers, I don't know, they're, medicinal marijuana, whatever it is, whatever medication that is used to alter the way that you process information, the way that you think, act, and feel. I don't know how to say it any other way. But hit me up at, go to the nocomfortzone.com, hit me up, give me your email, do that sort of thing, and let me know how many people, what percentage of people, let's say 200 people, let's say that of those 200 people, how many do you think that are on some sort of a medication? It's mind-blowing. It is absolutely mind-blowing that we live in a society today that when you have a problem, there's a label for that problem. How about this? And no disrespect to the people that are legitimately ill. I'm talking about the people that like a person with mania that gets on a plane, winds up in Texas, and is going through like personality issues and stuff like that. Like, I don't know that reality. That's not me. I've never been there. But man, I've sure been diagnosed by a lot of people as being insane. Clinically insane. And if you look at my divorce decree, if you saw it, if I shared it with you, if I put it up on social media, anybody that reads it would go, this guy was insane. To sign it not once, but twice. And that was like 13 years ago, I think, or longer, whatever. It's in my past. I'm not going back there. Here's where I'm at today. And I might sound crazy talking, and I don't care if you think I am. The fact of the matter is, I know who I am today based on where I was yesterday and based on where I'm going today. There's a huge difference on the person who I used to be and the person I am now. And the one thing is, there's no label for me anymore. Yeah, here's my label. I'm Dan. I'm Dan. You want to get a little crazy? Call me Dan, the No Comfort Zone guy. Because that's exactly who I am today. Because I refuse to get that comfortable anymore where I'm in a situation, and maybe here's where you're at too, where you're half dead or average or everything's fine and your entire world's about ready to be pulled from you. Well, guess what? I let that happen because I stopped paying attention. What I'm telling you is that let's say you know a bunch of people, and you give me the percentage of what you think, because I'm going to do a survey here shortly on social media. And it's mind-blowing how many people are on psychotropic drugs. It's just mind-blowing how you got to take a pill for that. Now, forget the labels on that for a moment. And that's what the title of this is called, is labels. But forget that for a minute. How many of you actually go to have a couple of drinks? And I'm not faulting you for wanting to have a few beers, get a little partied up, and go rub up and down on someone. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But when you're doing it as an escape act, or when you're doing it because you're avoiding responsibilities, or when you're doing it because, listen to this, wait for it, when you're going out there to drink because you have no confidence to go meet somebody, that's a problem. That's a label that you don't want, having no confidence. I can show you how to get confidence. Confidence is going to come to you by making a ton of mistakes, learning from them, and applying the principles. Not by going to your doctor and saying, I'm a little depressed because I haven't met anybody yet, and my life's not where I want it to be. Quit whining, shut up, quit taking the damn pills, and actually go do something with your life. And that's what this is. It's a wake-up call. Because I was asleep for like 10 years. And when I finally woke up, man, I was scared shitless about all of the things that were in my life that were around me, that it ruined my life for 10 years by taking these. That wasn't 10 years I was taking the drugs, but for 4 years I was taking the drugs. And the next 6 years was basically weaning off of them or trying to figure out where I was at because I was so cloudy. My memory was screwed up. I couldn't tell you 2006, 2007, some of the timelines on when things happened because I was so messed up from drugs, from alcohol, and from pharmaceuticals. I was just trying to make myself feel better. But here's the key to the podcast. Doctors, teachers, parents, friends, all labeled me, and I bought it. Dan, you're a depressed individual. Damn right, I'm depressed. I just lost everything. Dan, you're a little manic right now. Well, yeah, because I'm taking antidepressants and I'm not a depressed person, and now it's making me jacked up through the roof. That's exactly what's going on. Dan, you seem to have, you're going through some personality changes and stuff. Did you realize that by taking an antidepressant is going to make you manic if you're not depressed? And did you realize that by taking something to bring you down is going to make you depressed? And because they can't figure it all out, then they're going to put you on mood stabilizers, and then they're going to put you on my favorite, benzodiazepines. Once they start putting you on all this stuff, what you end up doing is you going through this psychological war in your head, and physiologically you go through these changes, and then guess what you are? You're insane. And I let them do it to me. I let them do it to me because I thought to myself, they gave me a label, they must be right. But man, here we go with the no comfort zone formula. Here's something I'm begging you to do. You're a manager, you're a sales guy, you're an employee, you're a FedEx driver, you're a UPS driver, you're doing something in society, and you're being productive. You're trying to make a living, you're trying to be a good dad, you're trying to be that good husband or wife. You're just doing the things that you know that you need to do to be a better person. But then adversity strikes. And when the adversity strikes, guess what? You run for medical advice because that's the easiest thing to do. And that's what I did, man. I am not judging. I am saying 100%. What I ended up doing was wrong. I went to a doctor who told me that, hey, man, yeah, that's really tough. Your life's really bad. Well, let me do this. This stuff is called Prozac. And although this is the best part. Listen to this. Although you won't notice the difference right away, the people around you will. Well, if I'm trying to save my marriage 13 years ago, which wasn't a marriage I should have been in the first place, and I'm taking a pill so that the other person will notice the difference, is that screwed up or what? And then the best part is this. After taking the medication for a while, I got a little nuts. And yes, my fault. I didn't stop drinking the beer because that was my real issue. I had an issue with alcohol. I shouldn't be drinking alcohol because it changes my state to a negative place. Although I thought it was making me happy. If you look on the side of the bottle, it says, caution, this is a depressant. So if I'm having a bad issue in my life and I decide to go drink alcohol and I decide to go to see a pharmacist, drug peddler, doctor, for an antidepressant, and I'm drinking and I'm not dealing with an issue, guess what's going to happen? Yeah, you're going to start to short circuit. And that's exactly what I did. And I don't want you to do that. I don't want you to go to that place where you get this pill because somebody says one thing, you take this drink because you're trying to be social or trying to get out there instead of dealing with your problem. And how do you deal with your problem? You get up early. You literally get up early. You don't sleep until 10. You normally get up at 7 in the morning, get up at 5. Write out what you're grateful for in your life. Man, what are you grateful for? I am grateful that I'm not suicidal anymore. I am grateful that I have a wife that loves me more than anything and who would do anything for me. I am so happy and grateful that I am healthy today, that my children are healthy. They might be a little messed up here and there, but they're kids and they're supposed to. But in the end of the day, they're good kids. They're just kids. I'm happy and grateful that my mom is still a part of my life. I miss my dad dearly, but I'm not going to get depressed about it. You see where I'm going with this? Things are going to happen that are bad in your life. And when those bad things happen, you've got to start learning the coping mechanisms. You have to have those coping skills. And if you don't have the coping skills, I'm going to give you one right now. Realize that problems are going to happen. 10% goes, yeah, this is messed up. They could be really bad. Man, I am going to lose my job. Might be the best thing that ever happened to you. But you focus 10% of your energy, I might lose my job. So what are you going to do? Well, be proactive. Go proactive and try to find out what you can do to either save your job or find a different job. Hey, man, if you're out already, if you're thinking that's going to happen, guess what? I've been there. They've already fired you. They're already looking for your next person. Time for you to move on. If you're not where you want to be in your organization, that's a problem too. If you're complacent, look at, what do I need to move up? What do I need to move to a different part? What do I need to move to put some energy in this space so I can start feeling enthusiastic or engaged in my employment? Same thing with your relationship. I just did a podcast recently about the transition, about what happens to you when you're going home from work and you're tired. You've been 12 hours at the job. You're beat. You're burned out. You're tired. The only thing you want to do is turn on Netflix. You want to look in your Facebook and you just want to eat and just chill out on the couch. Yeah, I've done that too. And guess what? That's no fun. How about transitioning into the person that you want to be? When I go through the door in a moment or two, who's that person I want to be? I want to be the best husband I possibly can, even after I'm tired and even after I'm done doing these podcasts and putting this energy out there. I'm still enthusiastic about my life because I'm not a label anymore. I'm Dan. That's it. That's the beginning. That's the end. And what's Dan all about? Passion. What's Dan about? Dan's about transitioning to the best version of myself I can be for my spouse, for my kids, for my employer, for my mentors, for my employees. That's where I'm at today in my life right now, and I don't want you to live with a label anymore. If somebody called you bipolar, depressed, if they called you emo, or what, I don't know what the terms are these days, but if somebody's giving you a negative connotation towards who you are and what you're about, look in the mirror, become aware of who you are. Are you a negative Nancy? Are you a Danny Downer? Are you that person? Do you bring more energy in the room, or do you take energy away from a room when you enter it? Well, let me just share with you this. Motion creates emotion. Pick up the pace and start drawing some emotion in your life so that you can actually become the person that you want to be. And it is entirely up to you to be the person you want to be. And those negative connotation labels that they call you, negative, depressed, angry, controlling, dominating, all those things. And that's not, people don't call me that. But I'll tell you one thing for sure. When you start buying into what people are telling you or what you see on social media, man, you've got a lot of work to do, because what's most important is the voice that you tell yourself, what you feel in your heart, and actually what you think in your head about yourself is most important. And if you're I tell this to all the people that I've trained, you know what you are? You're 8 feet tall and bulletproof, and I believe in you. That's how you need to talk to yourself. I am 8 feet tall and bulletproof. I am the best version of myself right now, and I'm only gonna get better. Drop the labels, start living your life on purpose, get out of your comfort zone, quit whining and waiting for your life to happen, and go get it. If you need help with that, email me at the No Comfort Zone 1. That's the No Comfort Zone 1 at gmail.com. I believe in you, and I hope this podcast served you today, because quite frankly, I'm on fire and I found my passion. It's basically getting rid of these labels, stop being medicated, quit being overprescribed, and start living your life on purpose.
Say goodbye.
Want more of the No Comfort Zone? You can follow Dan on Instagram and Twitter at No Comfort Zone 1.
Bye.
Or on the web at thenocomfortzone.com.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to the No Comfort Zone podcast.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.